Today and every Monday, we make sure you understand the law, but before we do, we have to tell you this. This segment is for informational purposes only. It does not constitute legal advice. No attorney-client relationship is formed by watching or participating in this segment. So if you're seeking any specific legal advice, you do want to reach out to an attorney on your own. Paperwork's out of the way, and we're here in studio, as usual, with Bill Kindig from Rice & Kindig. Welcome to KTBS, my man.
Thank you. You know, I thought we were always on KTBS, but I'm glad that we're on the big station today, and we've got kind of a topic that comes up a lot. So I didn't know it was National Traffic Stop Week or whatever it is, but you know, the importance of stopping at red lights, stopping at stop signs. You may think you know.
Well, we've heard it forever.
I'm telling you, it's the number one cause of wrecks.
Wow.
People trying to beat the light, people not stopping at stop signs. I had an encounter this weekend with someone as I was stopping in Boyce because they ticket for rollers there. Somebody was passing me on the shoulder of the road.
Wow.
And I mean, if my wife hadn't, seen him, who knows?
Yeah.
And so the big issue for us is how do you go about proving who had the green light at that traffic light when there's an intersectional collision. And this again, I know I'm preaching every time I come up here, but you've got to keep your wits about you after a wreck. You've got to be looking for those witnesses. Is there somebody who may have seen it? Look at the adjacent businesses. Do they have cameras? If so, go over and say, I was just in a wreck. Can you preserve your camera? Who do I need to see about getting a copy? Are there any witnesses? Because if not, as a plaintiff, the person bringing the action, you bear the burden of proof. You got to move the needle past 50-50.
Yeah.
He said, she said, it's 50-50, and you're not going to move the needle. And so you've got to do those things that don't seem important at the time, because health and safety certainly are important, but you've got to keep them in consideration.
Yeah, for sure. It is National Stop on Red Week.
That's what it is.
Just to get
Stop
the
on Red.
official name in there.
Look, we ought to have that every day, but sure.
Right, and now thankfully we do live in a time where there are plenty of cameras and stuff around, and I'm sure the evidence is paramount here when you're trying to prove this kind of stuff.
I'm going to tell you, we have found cameras at all kind of businesses, and in cases that we would never have been able to prove in the past, we can now prove.
Right.
And look, I'm not saying that half of all folks involved in the collision are lying. I think a lot of people are genuinely, I wouldn't have gone through it on purpose. I thought I had the green light. And then when we see the camera evidence, we find out that that's not the case.
Yep.
That also just underscores how important it is. You get in that car, free yourself from those distractions, put the phone down, pick a good station before you leave the parking lot, and then leave it.
And it's just so not worth it.
Well,
to try to speed through that light. What is it saving you?
Yeah, that's and the same thing with speeding. If you increase your speed a mile or two per hour, and you've got an hour journey, you arrive 2 minutes early.
Right.
And if you make it through that one light safely, it's one light. And I think that's the other thing. We've got to get ourselves in the right frame of mind when we get in the car, and just enjoy that journey. Yep. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've got an old white beard. I only travel 3.5 miles to and from work.
Yeah.
I don't ever I really enjoy the ride because, if you put the phone down, nobody's bothering you. Tune the station to the station I want, and just enjoy the ride. I see some friends as I'm driving by. Who knows what you're going to see if you pay attention.
And as my pops, Dave Anderson, would always tell me, just leave earlier.
You know what? If you want to arrive earlier, leave earlier.
That's it, man. All right. Well, always a pleasure to have you here, my man.
Well, thanks. Hey, did we save time for me to do the weather today?
I don't know. Patrick is really excited about this heat, I think.
It's going to be hot. All right. Let's go to sports.
Okay. Well, he actually kind of knows what he's talking about here because the National Federation of State High School Associations is raising awareness about the heat.
Okay.
Heat-related illnesses as students return to school. Bill knows all. We'll be right back.